You're here, I'm queer, and welcome back to my channel. This is a two-part video, so make sure you guys check out how I made Penelope pit stop in the first part. For this video, we will be highlighting Penelope's Compact Pussycat car. Yes, that is the name of this car. I always thought her car was the best one out of all the racers, but maybe that's because I'm biased. I just love how much gadgets and beauty products this car had, and it was so funny when it would sabotage the other racers. Like, it would spill shampoo or makeup or, dust some powder all over the other racers, and I thought it was kind of cool. This is the car I am using for the custom, and I got it a long time ago, like last year I believe, and I thought it was the perfect base for Compact Pussycat since it is sleek and roughly share the same shape. I imported it on my iPad and drew out the concept of how I would customize it, since I thought this project would need a lot of planning. I never made anything like this, so I'm really excited to take her to the body shop and transform her. So, wish me luck, Buttercup. So this is the car that we will be using, and I made a separate video for this one because I feel like it needed its own highlight, and low-key I worked on this a lot more than the doll, so I was like, okay, I think I have to just focus on this one. Now that I'm looking at it, it may be a Bratz car. I'm not sure, but just look up toy or like doll cars and you'll find similar ones. Now for this one, I'm just removing the seat belts because I don't think they had seat belts in Wacky Racers, and I'm also removing the windshield over here. All of the glass things I am removing. And I'm just taking my paper and I am kind of like sketching out how I want the shape to look, because the Compact Pussycat car had like all of these beautiful like intricate design on it. I think it was supposed to look like her hair or something, so I'm just tracing the car and I'm just kind of sketching out like all of those parts and stuff. I felt really cool. I was like, oh my god, it's like I'm in a body shop. Like, I'm customizing a car model, for crying out loud. And I'm just taking all of those sketches and I am transferring them onto Worbla. And Worbla will be the main frame for all of these customs. Now that I have all of the shapes over here, it is ready to be glued onto the car. It was actually kind of cool. I was playing with these and I'm like, oh my god, they look like wings. They look like they could be glasses or something. I don't know, the shapes were just really, really cool. And I'm also drawing her lips because obviously Compact Pussycat has luscious lips. So I'm just taking that in, and I am also doing the same exact thing. I will be tracing it onto Worbla, and that will be the frame. Now let's go ahead and start gluing everything, and for this one I'm just using some, tape just to see the idea. I don't want to permanently glue it on first until everything is kind of finalized. So for this part, I'm using hot glue to add texture to the Worbla so that the foil and also the clay will have something to adhere to. Sometimes when a surface is a little too smooth, it will be difficult for something, non-porous to glue on and sculpt on. So yeah, adding the textures I thought would be helpful. And of course, I don't want to make the whole thing just out of clay, so I'm using foil also. We are gluing the foil, and this will be like the main shaper for all of these intricacies. All of these bumps, I guess. And there you go. You don't want to... you can exaggerate it. You can do whatever you want. But for this one, I didn't exaggerate the foils too much because I just wanted broom just in case if I need to make it extra with clay or less and stuff. I did wrap the entire car with paper and tape just because I don't want clay in those areas. I want to make sure they are clean and secured and, safe. And now let's go ahead and take our slab of epoxy clay. Oh my god, lots of clay were used in this project. Very, very similar to my Ursula doll, I think. But this one was really, really cool. Kind of annoying because I really had to make sure that these bumps and intricacies were like satisfyingly smooth. So lots of sanding, lots of hand smoothing, definitely lots of it. But yeah, this car took a long time. It definitely took longer than the doll, which was annoying on my part because my favorite, thing to do is customize the dolls. But I thought like she needs a car. Like I can't make a Penelope pit stop without her Compact Pussycat, So I definitely made sure that the car was a paramount idea and the execution of it was crucial also. But I just wanted it to look good, and I was really, really nervous sculpting this because I didn't know if it was gonna look good or not. But I just had my hopes up. Definitely one of my favorites is the freaking lips over here. It's giving very Bratz, And I was like, oh my god, no, we need to make it bigger. So I just kept building it and building it and building it, and it was good. It was cute. And after everything cures, it is time for sanding. Now this one, oh my god, it took a lot of sanding. As you can see, it's so like, it's not smooth right now, as you can see. So definitely a lot of different grits, metallic sanders. Oh my god, I was just sanding galore, it was crazy. Lots of dust all over the studio. So you want to make sure when you're sanding epoxy sculpt that it is wet, because you don't want this type of dust flying around your entire studio or your space. But I did my best to make it as smooth as possible, and after I achieved the desired smoothness, I moved on to the windshield. And I'm doing the same exact thing, I'm just tracing it, and I'm kind of like making the flames. So this part is definitely like a freedom that I did. I wanted to mirror all of the flame effects and stuff, so I was like, I want to do that into the windshield as well, but I want to make a frame of it, like a new frame on top of the windshield. So this is what I have currently, and I will be tracing this onto Warbler. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I wanted to be on top of the windshield, and I wanted to be bumpy as well, kind of like, the entire car. I wanted to have a 3D effect, so that's why I thought it was paramount to do it into Warbler. I'm doing the same exact thing, maybe minus the foil, just because the foil would have made it so much bulkier, and it was just unnecessary, so I just went straight with clay for this one. I definitely did my best to sculpt those flames as sharp as possible. Obviously we're gonna be sanding it as well, but you want to just do your best when you're sculpting, and you just want to not make it too crazy when you're sanding. I hate sanding, so I try to smooth things out as much as possible while I'm sculpting it. And we're pretty much done with that. Now let's go ahead and drill some hole to the side over here. I'm using my power drill, and this is where her parasol will be at. For the parasol, I just traced this plastic plate over here. This is roughly the right size that I wanted onto Warbler. And same exact thing, we are just cutting it up and we are molding it. I'm using my heat gun over here to really maneuver it, warm it up, make it malleable, and then I am putting it onto a cup over here, and this is where we'll be kind of making the dome shape. And by no means is it perfect. I'm saying it now, it's not perfect, but it is what it is, And I'm just hot gluing this stick over here, this wooden dowel I got from Michael's. But you can also use like chopsticks or something, like wooden chopsticks. And this is pretty much it for the entire car. As you can see, kind of crazy. I love it. It is as smooth as I was able to get it. but it was just so satisfying to look at. And now it is time to wrap it up. Is that what they call it? I don't know. We're gonna paint it. Oh, I guess it's not. Yeah, we're giving her a fresh coat of paint. So of course we are giving her pink, yellows, lots of beautiful colors, very 70s almost. So yeah, I just love this. And I mainly used 3 pinks. One light pink, which is almost white, a medium pink, which is on her entire body, and then a hot pink, which is on her lips, and also over here by the rear stuff, rear frames. I don't even know. My God. But yeah, lots of different layers of coat as well. So yeah, just be very patient when you're building up these colors. I wanted to make sure to retain a little bit of black here and there for the car because she does have some black motifs like the logo, you know, the letters and everything. So that's why I thought retaining like, you know, some parts black will just help everything look cohesive. I think one of my favorite parts about this car, you know, when I was watching, like I said, I don't remember a lot about the, you know, wacky races. I don't even think I watched Perils of Penelope Pit Stop, but I remember that, yeah, she had beauty products in this car, like she would have lipstick, a hair dryer, like all of it. Over here I was being extra because I was getting so impatient with how slow the, you know, the paints were drying, so I have my handheld fan, and I was like, okay, can you just dry already? Over here, I'm just tracing this motif on the hood of the car, and I'm painting it yellow. I don't know what this is called, honestly, but I thought it was kind of cool, and I just traced it onto wax paper, and that's how it all happened. And by no means are these perfect. The car's eyes, or not the car's eyes, the car's headlights were actually pure white in the cartoon, but I wanted to make it blue. Like I wanted this car's eyes to reflect Penelope Pitstop's eyes, so I went for a blue color as well. And now let's go ahead and paint on the flame motifs. Now for this one, originally they were kind of like mountain looking or like flowers. They look like flowers, but I wanted to really go full on with the flames. So I was like, we're doing the flames, and I feel like it's apropos because it's a race car, you know, so we're doing the same exact thing. Now for these ones, the flames on these aren't as Prada like. They were very just like flames, you know, they can even look like waves, but they're flames. I think the main difficult part about this is that I think because of the time constraints, I couldn't be as careful with how I want each side to be symmetrical, because by no means is, you know, the left side and the right side of the car, in terms of all of these hand-painted motifs, are symmetrical. They are not. I definitely use templates and stuff. That's why you have all of these things traced with watercolor pencils, but by no means are they perfectly symmetrical, and just knowing that really irritates me for some reason. But I had to just let it go, and I'm like, oh my god, it's not gonna be completely, you know, symmetrical, and it's not realistic. I mean, it is realistic, but it's just not happening for this one. But I think overall, I did it as much as I could. I tried to mirror it as much as I could, and so yeah. I do apologize for all of these clips being jumped around, but that is how I worked on this car. It was all over the place, literally. And for the car's eyes, I really wanted to give it the star-like effect as well, so it's literally mirroring Penelope's eyes. But it's so cute! Look at that! Ah, so cute. And of course I'm giving it some eyeliner, you know, just on the top. And I thought that really helped make her look like eyes. For the hood, we are painting it the same color, and this is kind of like, I did start with kind of like a daffodil color, but I went for more of a buttery yellow at the very end. For her parasol, I am just painting it roughly with the two pinks that I have, the baby pink and also the hot pink. So yeah, we're just doing stripes for her parasol. The parasol will be covered with tulle fabric on top anyway, so knowing that, I didn't really have to be careful with how wide or how perfect each stripe would be. I also painted the wooden dowel pink, baby pink for this one. And these are the tulle fabric that I'm using, so they are like a roll of tulle fabric, and I am layering them, I believe, 4 times for each stripe. So this is like layered 4 times, and I thought that was good enough. It gives it some poof without exaggerating it too much. And I'm just using hot glue to adhere it together. And this trim is so perfect for the parasol, and I'm just hot gluing it as well. And voila! This is how it looks. We just need to put a bow on top. So I made this bow over here and I'm just hot gluing it, but it's really the same exact thing. It's just ribbons and then the trim. And I was like, oh my god, yes! And we are pretty much done with Compact Pussycat. Only a few things, only some finishing touches here and there. We just have to gloss up the entire car. It does look really cool matte though. The matte finish is kind of nice. It's very modern. But we do need to gloss it up. So I'm using the same exact Liquitex gloss varnish. And for this one I actually layered it 5 times. You know, you can never be too glossy when it comes to a car. And after the varnish is dry, let's go ahead and put the windshield back on. We are gonna put the headlight glasses back on, all of the accessories and stuff. And yeah, finishing touches for this one. The headlights need some good lashes. So over here, I'm just taking this Daiso lashes and I am using all 6 of them. 3 lashes per eye. I know I only recorded 2, but trust me, I used 3 lashes per eye for this one. And we are pretty much done with Compact Pussycat. And as you can see, she is so good, taking over the entire table. But yes, let's go ahead and jump to the racetrack and win this race.